We're here. What are we doing today? I know we're gonna do some project. We're gonna do the rewiring today.
Yeah, probably putting some 110 volt ground fault outlets in.
Yeah, and the snow has melted quite a bit, but yeah.
It's a wet, melty mess now.
You can tell that we really love our boat.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome back to another episode of Sailing PYTISS. Yes, today it's all about our electrical system. So these are our 110 volt outlets, and to the keen eye you might see that they don't have a GFCI, a circuit breaker, in them, and that is no longer up to code. So when we bought the boat, that was one of the things we really needed to fix. Replace all our outlets with ones that have a GFCI switch. So that's our task for today. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn off all the electricity inside the boat and unplug everything that's plugged into the electricity. Then we have a circuit breaker on our main board here. I'll move this out of the way so you can see it better. We're going to turn that off. And then, very important,
So watch your head.
Watch your head if you're taller than 6 feet in Catalina 30. So it's okay for 6 feet. It's tight for 6'1". Yes, but important, of course, is that there's no power to the boat at all. So it's also important to turn off your battery switch and turn off the power from the dock. So your shore power, you also want to decouple that so that there's really no electricity on the boat before you do anything with electricity, because otherwise you might get zapped. That would suck and maybe be painful. All right, let's do this.
For a second. There we go.
With us being complete newbies in this field, we first had to figure out how our outlets would work. We have one outlet on the starboard side, one outlet in the kitchen, another one on the port side, one in our head or our bathroom, and one in the V-berth. So we first take a look at our old outlets and try to get those out. And then this is how it looks. There's 3 wires, a black one on this side, and then a white one on that side, and then a green one on the top here. Remember that?
White, black, green.
Yes. Lefty loosey. So this was one, and then this is the other.
Do you want me to do it? I have smaller hands.
No, it's never small. I wish I had a pocket knife.
Oh,
look, I got one.
Who got you that?
You did.
Santa? Gift guide for your
Significant other.
Yeah. Oops. Is it too stuck?
No, I think we got it. Just need to get the right angle to get off. There we go. Okay, we got all the cables off, and this is the old outlet with the green one here, the white one here, and the black one here. All right, now we just need to go buy a bunch of these.
Okay, cool.
And hope that we can install them everywhere.
Yeah, cool.
Let's do this.
Let's go.
All right, we're back on the boat. We bought some outlets at the hardware store. These are supposed to be weather and tamper resistant and have a GFCI, so ground fault protected. Well, let's try to install these.
All right, we are back and ready to install.
All right, so let's see. Let's see if we can get that on here. These wires are not very flexible.
So how are you gonna put the wire in there?
So I'm gonna
It
try
just
to
has to. Oh, okay, I see.
get it in there. It's difficult because it has these plastic things here that kind of make it inconvenient to have these really bulky outlets, and I can't.
So we got the 15 amps GFCI, right?
Yeah.
And it's said that it was also
Tamper-proof and
tamper-proof
weatherproof.
and waterproof. Yeah.
All right, story time. I'm back at the hardware store. Why? Well, our brand new Leviton protection outlets didn't quite fit. So what exactly happened? These are normal for your home outlets. And in the home, the wires that go into these outlets are wires, copper wires. And on a boat, well, you have to use marine cable. Marine cable has lots of single strands, and because you can't get the strands on this, you have to put a clamp on it. Well, those clamps are a little bit bigger than a normal wire. And I don't know if you can tell, there is a little tabs here, and these are intended to thread the wire around, but they are making these screws pretty much inaccessible for the clamps. Our options are destroy this and break off those little plastic tabs, or find something else. Otherwise, these are really nice. They have a white screw or silver screw, a black and a green, so that you know which wire you have to attach them to. So that's really cool. Also, this yellow sticker here is in case you only have one cable coming out and it's not going to another outlet, then you already know which ones you have to connect. So very low risk of doing something wrong. So yeah, good, nice looking, really like them, but don't work with how our boat is set up. So onwards to finding different ones. Okay, so I took a video. Let's see how horrible it is. After the setback of the initial experiment with the outlets, I went back to the boat a few days later to at least understand how the wires in the boat were run. We knew the port side had one outlet that went back to our electrical panel, but we didn't know about the rest. So this is me trying to figure that out. Little did we know that this is going to be a multi-month process. Selfie camera and light. Okay, so taking a video of power outlet in the V-berth, I see that power line going down into the darkness. If I'm not totally mistaken, power line comes out underneath. So I'll have to dig into that. So I found our very, very lovely electricity cable right here. Let's take the camera in here. Let's see. It's right there, that white cable that runs along. And this one, yes, that's a hot electricity cable. And where does it run to? It runs back there into the mess and into our bathroom power outlet. So what does that tell me? Bathroom connects to here. Important to know. So, I don't know if you can see me or hear me. The two outlets in the one in the V-berth and in the bathroom, they're both leading back to this friend here, which is fantastic. So, if we put a GFCI over there, that's protected. If I put a GFCI here, I have protected the bathroom, the V-berth, and this one with just one outlet. So I can put one here, one here. That's actually really, really good. Let's look some more. Hey friends, I am back on the boat today. My goal for today is to figure out the last power outlet and how the wires are going. I'll see what I can film. I have to rummage around inside of the port cockpit locker, see if I can fit in there to get to that power outlet. So, yeah, we'll see. Well, I've spent another hour on the boat trying to figure out how this electrical system works. It's still a mystery. I was thinking, hey, we have one outlet here, one outlet over there. They must be in series. But no, they're in parallel. And I don't know where they distribute. It's a mystery. I'll keep looking. Well, the day has finally come. We're doing it. I've been trying to find an alternative solution to not have to replace 3 outlets with GFCI outlets on the boat, but there isn't an easy one that wouldn't require a ton of modifications, so that's what we got. On to the first one. Okay, so now I have to just take this out and replace it with the new one. So here's the plan we've ended up with. It seems that the outlet in the galley and on the port and starboard side are really the 3 outlets that we need to exchange. Doing that will give us full GFCI protection for all the outlets in the boat. And honestly, those Leviton outlets, they're a pretty good option. But it wouldn't be a boat project if something wouldn't go wrong. Thankfully, it's all color-coded, so you can't really make a mistake. This is the Leviton weather-resistant and tamper-resistant outlet. These little noses here is what I need to get rid of now. Well, everything was going pretty well until I tried putting it back into the electric box, and then I broke this off. So yeah, now we need to find a replacement for this, rewire this, and then we can continue, because that's how boat projects go. This is how they should look, even those are pretty raggedy, and this is the one that I broke, so need to improve that. Well, I am back on the boat today, or tonight. It's evening, and I'm back because we're continuing our saga of trying to fix the electricity and getting the GFCI outlets working. Right behind me here is the current GFCI, or the current outlet that I so wonderfully broke the other day. So as you can see here, these are the old connectors, aren't they lovely? And well, this one is the one that I broke, as you can see here. Not so fun. What I'm doing today is finally installing this, and look at how nice this holds. So what did I get? I got these nylon phalanged spade terminals. So what are they? They are these kind of terminals here. And as you can see, they have little hooks at the end, and that means they will be able to hook onto the terminals here. You unscrew it, slide it in, screw it tight, and then there's no risk of them sliding out. So if you just get normal spade, there's a risk of them sliding out. These on a boat with all the movement are better. So I got these from a local marina, from a company called vertexmarine.com, local BC company in Richmond. And yeah, we got, I think 1210. Yeah, 1210 nylon, and then I have to use this wonderful thing that I've never used, a crimper, to crimp them. I would assume I have to do like something like this. If I'm doing it wrong, too bad, because I've already recorded this video. But if I did it wrong, please tell me in the comments below. How can I do it better? Should I have gotten a $100 crimper, or does this $20 crimper from Home Depot do the job? Let's find out. I also wanted to speak about the power outlets that I got. They had little noses here, but they're so flimsy, I could just take a couple of pliers and got them straight out. There was no problem at all to get them removed. So I might, on this one, have to do a little bit more work to get it really clean. Cut off a little bit more of those plastic bits. Let's record this, me hurting myself with a knife, because that's what usually happens when I use a knife. The number of times I've cut myself. Let's just not count them. Open the screw as far as you can. That works fantastic. I don't know if you can see. Look how well that holds. I haven't even screwed it in and it's already holding. So that is exactly what I want. So now I have to remove the old crimp from this. This is so old. right up. Bringing out my trusty boat knife. So it has a can opener. It's a really nice sharp edge. I think that should actually work. You're probably wondering why I'm not just cutting it off and stripping it. I could do that, but I want to try to save as much of the cable as possible, because ultimately I don't know how much cable I have left over. Okay, so here we go. We got the casing off. Now comes the interesting part, killing the crimp. Someone said just squeeze the crimp in the opposite direction. That should open it up. Let's try this. You know, we are really new to all these boat projects, and I wouldn't call myself a handyman at all. But we're trying. We're doing our best. Seeing what we can do. Oh yeah, this is working perfectly. Well, look at that. We did not ruin the wire, and we got this off. Now, so this is going to be good. Now we grab our brand new phalanged spades. Oh, this is working so well. So what I'm going to do is just making sure that everything is nicely arranged. So this would go here, this would go here, and that's perfect. And then this one would go here. Now, that means that our Spadimix Spaderson, I'll get that on nice like this. Now I'm going to make it face these ones so that when I plop that all together, there's no twist in the wire or anything. So friends, wish me luck on my first crimp. So I put it in the right place, and I've watched some YouTube videos. I don't know if I'm going to do this right, but I'm going to take this, put it in place, and then just push it together, right? That's what they say. With as much strength as you can. And well, would you look at that? It's on like Donkey Kong. Doesn't come off. It's working. Let's put it on. And if the camera dies, the camera dies. Can't do anything about it. What we're going to do now is I'm going to take my wire and feed it through this tiny little hole here. 1, 2, 3. There you go. We got our 3 wires out. They're just yearning to be back in the power outlet. Okay. Let's start with the ground, because that's the one that I broke first. Oh, it's beautiful. Everyone, I can only recommend these. This is working just amazing. Look how easy this is. That is the perfect connection. I'm now moving on to the white one. Holding this. Here, I'm just going to show you this. That's how it looks. But I'm just going to make it work. If you end up doing this yourself on your own boat, I recommend just replace the freaking electrical cable. Don't be scared like I was. Speaking of, what kind of cable do I have here? This is a 600 volt 12-3 cable. So 12 gauge, 12 is the gauge. The number goes higher as the gauge goes smaller, I think. That's, if I understand that correctly. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, 10 gauge is bigger than 20 gauge. So 20 is really tight. Yeah, so 12 gauge, 600 volts. Electrical wire here on the boat, marine electrical, Why marine electrical? Because of Lawata. You have the right protection against moisture ingress in these wires. I am not a huge fan of how this was done in the past here, but let's just see if we can get this in here without breaking another terminal. Oh yeah, that's better. So, question is, do you need to buy expensive tools to do this? If you do this once a while, I don't think it's necessary to buy the most expensive tools. But now I'm stuck with this. Well, this is as good as it will get. The screws will do the rest. Switching to this ratcheting screwdriver. Oh, look at that. Can only recommend. Okay, so it's in. Before I lock and close it up, I'm going to try this out. I installed it. It was a little bit of a tight fit, but it is what it is. So now I'm going to plug in our shore power cable and turn the AC breaker on, and hopefully I don't burn down the boat. Alright, time to plug in the shore power. So, if you're plugging in shore power, always plug in on the boat first. Twist, lock it. Good. On the shorter side here. Lock it in. It doesn't fall out. Good. Okay. That looks good. Up and around to the spool, and from the spool over. Moment of truth. Something gonna blow up. Nothing blew up. Do we have power? Yes, we do. We have light and power. Now, I got this lovely little tool that should check if this outlet was installed properly. So that's wonderful. That lights up too. Let's test the GFCI. Yep, works. Reset it. Now we have power. Insert. Here we go. Works. Works as well. Correctly connected. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. As you can tell, there's light. There is light. And my brand new power outlet is working just like it should. I'm gonna close it up, and then that's it. There, that's nice. Tightening this up. We have ourselves a GFCI outlet. First thing I'm gonna do is plug in my trusty Kasa smart outlet. This is a smart plug. It tracks the energy consumption of my battery charger, and I can check it from home, and that way I know if the power ever goes out, because I won't be able to reach that one. So that's that. I call this a full success. Well, here we go. We have light. We have light over here. Light over here. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. The power is working again. Shore power is restored.